What is arithmetic series? Can somebody tell me what's arithmetic series? Arithmetic series, yes. What can you tell me about arithmetic series? So like this, the arithmetic series is they have a common difference. So what I mean by common difference between terms. So first of all, let's understand like sequence and series. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the section, sequence, and series, summations. We can do summation first. We don't. I mean, okay, let's talk about sequence first. So if you ever have a sequence like this, this is called arithmetic sequence. And what happened is they have a common difference. So usually you do, this is called an A1 term, A2 term, A3 term, A4 term, A5 term, dot, 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 all the way to the AN10. No. No. But that's okay. Use your brain today, which is good. You're thinking. Okay, so the first term we name A1, the second term we name A2, the third term we A3. Now, if you use arithmetic sequence, they must have a common difference. So what's common difference? So common difference is A2 term subtract A1 term and A3 term subtract A2 term, and they all equal to each other. What is it in this case? A2 minus A1 is 5 minus 2, which is what? 3. And then 8 minus 5 is what? 3. And 11 minus 8 is 3. So since they all have a common difference, then that's called arithmetic sequence. So let's understand the arithmetic sequence. Now what's cool is there is a way to represent a sequence. So be A1, no AN, especially arithmetic, is equal to A1 plus plus D times N minus 1. And you're like, wait, what is this? This formula, if you try to memorize by heart, it's really hard to memorize. Now imagine that if you go to the highway and you have mile marker, right? You have mile marker that says, 1 mile, 2 mile, 3 miles, right? So I decide to plant a tree on each mile marker, right? If I decide to plant a tree here, right? If I decide to plant a tree, each 3 mile, I'm going to plant a tree, but I'm going to start a second mile to put on the first tree there. So I don't start at 0, I start a second. Okay, so can you tell me like what's 177 tree later? What will be the mile marker there? Hold on a second. 177. I want to make sure it's correct. Wait, hold on. 182 is better. 182. In the which mile marker is gonna give me 182? Whatever. Yeah, let's say 183. 183. So at a 183 tree, which mile marker would it be? This first one's not start at 0. The first tree start at 2. 83, 183. So what if n is equal to 183? So that means I'm asking what's a of 183 is equal to what? What? Why do you think it's 549? I don't know. I didn't calculate it.
Are you saying just because I did 183 times 3? Are you saying this is 546? Oh, my bad.
Why it's 546?
Oh, and then you don't start at 0.
You don't what?
You don't start at 0.
You don't start at 0? Okay, so here's this is the thing. This is the first tree, right? This is the first tree. Right? And D is the common difference, right? Common difference. So why do you have n minus 1? So what happened is this. Imagine if you have 3 trees right here, right? How many space in between the tree? You have 3 trees. How many space between the tree?
1, 2.
2. 1 and 2. So 3 tree, subtract 1. 3 minus 1. So this is a 3, this is a 1. Right? So that you have 2 space, and each space have a common difference. Right? Which is 3, so it'll be 6, right? Does that make sense? If A3, if I were to say A3 is equal to 2 plus 3 times, that's a common difference, and there's a third tree minus 1, because that means the space. Why is n minus 1? N minus 1 is space. If it was 5 tree, how many space between them? How many space between them? 4. Because 5 minus 1, right? Think about it. If I have 5 tree, 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 space. So you're basically adding the common difference multiplied by how many space are they. So then therefore it's going to be 2 plus 3 times 2, so it'll be 10. Wait, hold on a second. It makes sense. It's 8. I can add. So it's 8. So you see the third tree is 8. Now, what if I want to find out 183? So a to the 183 is equal to 2 plus 3 times 183 minus 1, because this is 183 tree, there's 182 spaces. Does that make sense? It's not memorization, just purely basically understanding. The first tree plus the difference times how many space between each tree. So it'll be 2 plus 3 times 182. So that's 2 plus, what's 3 times 182? 500 what? What? 146?
What?
What?
No,
not 182.
3 times
Yeah, are you close?
3 times 8.
546,
You said 146.
Oh, my fault.
He's dyslexic. No, that's why he forgets things. 548. So there will be 548. Does that make sense? So you can find out what is it. So what if I give you this? I have some type of sequence. And if a sequence stop right here, if it stop right here, it's called finite sequence. If we keep on going, it's called infinite sequence. Does that make sense? So if I stop at 5th term, that is be finite. If I keep on going, then that's going to keep on going. It's called infinite. So what if I have this? -7, comma, -1, comma, 5, comma, I don't know, 11, dot, 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 dot. And I say, hey, can you find out what is the 201 term? You know how to get it? when that's done? Click. Emily's done. Good. Okay. How many of you guys have not get it? For a to the 201 is equal to what, Samuel? But what would be the first thing? What would be here to place right here? Huh? No. Look at the equation. It's a1 plus d is a common difference times m minus 1. That's it. So what is the first thing I need to put here? I'm asking Samuel.
Oh, for that.
Yes. It's a negative 7 plus, what is the common difference, Samuel? 6 times 201 minus 1, right? So it'll be negative 7 plus 6 times 200, which is 1200 minus 7. So it'll be 1193, and that'll be the answer. Is that okay? Now, do you guys remember Frederick Gauss?
The guy who's like solves 1 plus 99.
Yeah. So the guy that solved at 8th grade, he was able to do this, right? 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5, dot, 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 plus 99 plus 100. And he able to figure out this equation. Now, Frederick Gauss, you actually need to know is, he's also the person invent fundamental theorem of algebra. Do you guys remember fundamental theorem of algebra? That's Pythagorean, you dumbass. Okay, remember x to the third plus x to the second plus x to the first plus 1 plus 5. That means there is at least 3 solutions. They can be real or they can be complex. Remember, complex come with imaginary. If you have 2i, you got negative 2i. That is the, if you have imaginary girlfriend, remember who I make fun of? Diego, yes. If Diego has imaginary girlfriend, it's going to be an ugly one and one good looking one. Okay? So remember that when we have this as the third 3, that means there's 3 solutions. The solution could be real, could be complex. But that's also by the same guy. So how do we calculate this if the common difference is 1? What was the equation he used? What did he do? You don't remember what he did?
He did 1 plus.
Yeah, 1 plus 100. So you're adding the first term to this term. So it'll be 1 plus 100. 2 plus 99. 3 plus what? 98. 4 plus what? 97. Dot, 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 dot. All the way to the last term is 50 plus 51. So there's a 101, 101, 101, 101, all the way to 101. So that means 101 times 50. So it'll be 50, 50. That will be the answer. Do you guys remember this? That boy is a genius. Yes, I agree with you. Not gonna lie, he's actually really smart. But if you realize this formula, it looks like this. It's called summation. It's called series. Arithmetic series is different. Sequence is just a pattern. Series is just adding up all the pattern. Okay? So this Sn is equal to n over 2. Why is n over 2? We're going to see that in a second. A1 plus an. N as Nancy. Huh? No, S sub n. S sub n means the series which means the add up of arithmetic sequence. And remember that, imagine that we apply this formula. How many terms are here between 1 to 100? How many terms are there? 100 term, right? So S of 100 is equal to 100 divided by 2 of A1 plus AN. What is A1 in this case? 1, right? What is the AN? AN is the last term, right? This is the last term, which is 100. So it's equal to 50 times 101, right? And he invented this formula when he was 8 years old. He's also a very well-known mathematician as well as a physicist. There was a law after in physics. If you did your physics, well, if the video teach you, there's if you do electronic, there's electric. There's a Gauss's law, which is how thick the wire can conduct how much electricity. If you look up, it's called Gauss's law. It's by the same person. So he's not only have fundamental theorem of algebra, he also have Gauss's law. He also had arithmetic series equation. Now we're gonna try this equations, right? So we're gonna think of pattern. A pattern is gonna start with -2, -5, no, -2, -9. What's the next term? -16. Yep. Okay. Dot, 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 dot. Okay. And we're just going to do a few more terms. -16 and then negative what? 20 what? 3, right? And then what? 30, right? Okay. So we have this. And we say, hey, can you figure out the first 10 term? And A to the 10 and S to the 10. A is the 10th term. S of 10 is the sum of the first 10 term. Be careful of the common difference this time. What's common difference? Is it positive 7 or -7? Because the second term subtract the first term. And by Thursday, we're going to go over common ratio with geometric series. What's A to the 10? Well, Christopher, what are you supposed to do here? No. What is the initial here? -2 plus what? What will be the common? -7? Yes, so it's -7 times what? 10 minus 1. Good. That's it. So it'd be -2 plus -7 times 9, which is -63, I think.
Yeah.
That's equal to -65. How about S to the 10? Yeah, it just follow the formula. This S to the 10, that means 10 divided by 2. Is that okay? Times the A1 was -2. Wait, do I have A10? We did one before. right? So it's gonna be plus negative 65. Sorry, negative 65. Already saw that. And then that's gonna be 5 times negative 67. I think it's a negative 335. And that's the common, that's geometry, that's arithmetic too. Yes. No, Calc AB has to be done this week because they already finished their material. This one there's still new material, so I want to kind of fill this in too, so that way you don't have missing stuff. You understand this? What? Hey, that's the extended time. That's the extended time on SAT, on AP exam.
I'm gonna grind all that, bro. I'm gonna go test it.
No, we're gonna
You're gonna say, is that boy or doy?
I literally had to look at and bro. Like, I got to diagnose for that.
You're gonna like infinite.
I'm not like 200% extra hours.
What?
Go with question 14.
What question 14?
I got 4 hours sleep. I was like, oh, I'm gonna finish it. Now. I made the same mental I was trying to figure it out. After 20 IDs. So you're okay. You're still on 20. I do good in class. Like, there's certain things I don't need to think. Especially because it's all too. I'm gonna do X first.
What's so hard?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that might be like the worst one yet.
Really?
Yeah, I kind of sold.
What happened?
Pretty
You didn't
bad.
study?
No, I feel like I did. I just like, I don't know. Some of them were confusing me for some reason.
We'll go over it tomorrow.
I guess break was like too long. I forgot my thing.
Yeah, that's why I usually prefer people to take before the break.
Yeah, I guess so.
Wait, I only get. I was calling you differently. Look, I printed both of them.
I thought
You wanna do math after school, bro?
me too. I thought it was fun. And then I stopped doing it after.
Take a good nap.
Yeah, I'll talk that up there. Are you doing a mock on May 3rd?
What?
Are you doing a mock on May 3rd? I have something going on, so I need to know if I need to cancel it.
The thing is like there are some people can finish with 2 mark and they do well. So there are people need a multiple mark. And I usually available usually all the Saturdays. Regardless of school open or not, I'm usually here to help people like have extra practice. So I will say it's, yeah, I will keep it open, but this but unless you're still not ready by back then. But what are you doing that day?
It's up in the air.
What is it? Wedding?
What?
Wedding?
No.
And you only wanted to
It's very complicated.
Is it complicated? No, I'm all invested now. What's complicated? Now I'm even more interested now. Okay.
Does your fridge work?
Yeah.
Wait, should I go return this to them?
Yeah, no, I cannot fit that. I don't have a big enough space to fit. My slot is like this big. Look, this big.
Yeah.
So it's not
What about the
gonna
bottom?
fit. This ice cream.
I know, but it's gonna melt if I leave it on here.
Yeah, then don't eat it all.
Should I go return this?